it might have been this class or the other class, but someone asked a really good question about multiplying by 2, okay? And basically what I did here was I rewrote mostly the end. I mean, I did have the other slide stuff here, mostly just to remind you of what the example was. I just wanted to write the end a little bit nicer, which is what I have here. Namely, remember what we did was we had this problem here, right? And the idea was we can't divide by 2x minus 1 using synthetic division. I mean, you could use polynomial long division, but again, I didn't go over that. So that's why I'm focusing on synthetic division, because I did go over that. But you can't apply it to 2x minus 1. It's not designed that way. So what we have to do is divide by 2, okay? And that's what I'm doing. We're dividing the dividend and the divisor by 2. And we get something again that we can perform synthetic division on. And I put the calculations here. I don't want to go through the calculations again because I did it last time. What ends up happening though is after synthetic division, your quotient turns out to be 3 times x minus 2. And I think last time there was a calculation error that had where I had a remainder of 0, but it turns out to be a remainder of negative 2. Okay, but again, the calculations are here, so you should be able to go through that again on your own. But by synthetic division, by the division algorithm actually, this is telling us that this polynomial, right, after we divide by 2, this becomes our new dividend. This is our divisor, right? We're dividing by 2. I'm going through this kind of quick because I did do this example last time. But you basically get this. Okay, but this is not the problem that we were dealing with originally, right? Our original dividend was this. And here's our original divisor, okay? Good. I was checking to make sure the microphone wasn't muted. But again, this is not our original divisor and dividend, right? We divided by 2. Okay, well, to get back then, so what we have to do then, is multiply by 2. We divided by 2, did some work. But to get back to the original problem, to answer the original question, we have to multiply by 2. And that's what I'm doing here. And here I'm just basically illustrating, collecting facts that, okay, well, this is equal to this here. This was our original dividend. This is our divisor. But this is 2x minus 1 over 2. This is our original divisor, excuse me. So from here, which is what we got from the synthetic division, from here, plugging in, we get this. This is just basically saying numerically what I said in words. Since we divided by 2, to get back to the original problem, we have to multiply by 2. And that's what I'm doing down here. And again, it might have been the other class. No, I think it was this class, but someone asked a really good question. What happens when you multiply 2? What happens again is you have to distribute like this. Here, let me draw the lines in. Okay. Like so. Wait, no, not there. Sorry, not there. Here, this is where I wanted to draw it. My mistake. Basically, what happens is you distribute. We end up distributing. That's how we get here. And that's how we get this here. So to answer the original question, okay, to answer it, right? Well, actually, we did answer the original. Now we have, sorry, I messed up my wording. So after dividing by 2, right, we get this. Also, this is going to cancel with this. And again, over here, this 2 cancels with this 2, which is actually why we get from here to here. So altogether, we get this. Now we answer the original question, which was, excuse me, divide this here, f of x, by this, 2x minus 1. Now we've answered that. Our quotient is 3x minus 2, and our remainder is 4. So basically, again, the whole point of this is, since we had 2x minus 1, and we want to use synthetic division, we have to divide by 2. Everything we divide by 2. Then we do our synthetic division. Then we multiply everything by 2 to get back to the original question, to answer the original question. That's what I'm trying to say here. I hope that makes sense. I mean, I did go through that kind of quick, I understand. Because again, this example we did last time, I just wanted to clean up a bit, so to say, the end of this example. So, again, if I go too fast, just, use the hand raise feature or whatever, I won't get upset. I want to make sure everyone is learning this. And make sure everyone understands, that's better. Okay. Now, I want to do another example. This was actually the question I threw out on the exam. And what I'm going to show you is what I was hoping people would do. But again, the question wasn't really the best, mostly because the whole point I was trying to illustrate was you can factor using synthetic division. That's one of the advantages that division gives us. It's just like with integers. But this wasn't really a great question, because looking at this, you might just ask, well, why couldn't you just use factor by grouping? And that's what you should do. Use factor by grouping. So anyway, let me show you how you can factor f using synthetic division. And we know